What's going on, gang? It's your boy DBGTX, and I hope you guys didn't miss me too much in regards to my JoJo content. I know. It's been about a week. I last updated you guys on the possible update moves and whatnot. Fortunately, I will be honest, I kind of felt a little depressed because I just realized that somebody bit my channel content in regards to my JoJo AllStar Battle prediction and posted it on their channel in a single video, taking pretty much half of the things that I've already mentioned and posting it up as their own content. I'm not gonna mention any names. I'm just gonna say, like, hey man, respect other people's content. That's all I'm gonna give you. That's all I'm gonna say is respect other people's content. We're all anime gaming creators, but when you go ahead and you take other people's content and change it up to say that it is your own, I think that becomes an issue because you're looking at other people's channels and then you're taking their ideas and making it as your own without even giving without even giving credit to the original person who came up with the idea and concept. I'm not one to go ahead and start fights or start arguments or start things, but if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. That's just the way I'm going to start these videos. And it took me about a week to figure out if I really wanted to continue doing these videos, because it just made no sense to me that I was working so hard and making individual videos about these characters, and then all of a sudden said person decided to go ahead and, I kid you not, release an entire prediction video with essentially everything I mentioned for every single character in a short little snippet version for them with everything that I mentioned. It's disheartening. It's my content in that sense. Use the exact style of footage that I was using. All of that really came into play, and that was really what told me, like, yeah. And that's really not how I want to start off a video, but it's pretty much something that stopped me from posting on my own thing and my own content, because the algorithm buried me because of you. Like, that's something that I don't play with. And when that happens, it makes my channel, it makes everything that I worked for feel like I didn't work for it, or that it's not genuine. It's not genuine. It's a genuine disservice to everybody who watches your channel. It's a genuine disservice to everybody who thinks that you're the person who came up with this idea, or you're the person who had access to all of this information first, which is not true. But that's where I'm gonna leave that particular aspect of this video out. I'm not here to even talk about that no more. I'm not here to even push that anymore. It's the first and last thing I'm gonna mention in my video. You know who you are, and if you watch this video, please stay away from my channel in regards to doing content that I am doing for my sake and for your sake, because I will start calling you out by name from this point forward. If I see another video of yours, take any of my formats. I've seen it before, haven't mentioned it. Now this is the second time that I'm seeing it, the third time, fourth time, and I'm done. Pretty much done. Now, let's go ahead and talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle R and the new Vjump skin that we got here. Not much stuff to really mention, but we want to go ahead and definitely go ahead and cover that information here on the channel. Besides, of course, the character battle predictions and such that are supposed to be coming out. Shout out to my boy PS360 HD, who's out there posting up the information like your local dealer every day at the same time. You know where to find them. PS360 HD. Go ahead and find them over on Twitter, over on YouTube, in the comment section. Y'all got him. Do y'all thing. But we went ahead and we translated this page in regards to seeing exactly, what kind of rough translations and what kind of rough scans we're getting with this new IP for JoJo. So first and foremost, Taguchi, who is the creator of the game, the original creator of AllStar Battle, he is back, of course, doing AllStar Battle R. And here they're going ahead and giving you a rundown of pretty much some of the questions that were asked to him that he was answering. One of the bigger questions is the 50 playable characters, right? Yes, all characters. We are going to have 50 playable characters. We already knew that from the original trailer that was released. That is what my character roster prediction is about. Full breakdown character prediction is about. Ultimately, the other thing that they are giving us is two key things. So that way you guys don't forget that this is a revamped version of All-Star Battle. For one, we're getting all of the voice actors. That is right, all of the voice actors that have been in the JoJo series from part 1 to part 6 will have lines in this JoJo. Mentioned by the very top here by Taguchi that there are 50 actors. That is right. For the 50 characters that are being represented in JoJo, we're getting those 50 actors that are going to be voicing the cast characters. Not only that, we have quite a few things in that regards that makes a world of difference compared to All-Star Battle. And this is where you want to go ahead and get your hands on the original All-Star Battle, because these are things that are going to be lost when you get All-Star Battle R. And if you don't notice the difference, you will notice the differences when you get both games and you put them side by side. For one, as we know that it is an HD remaster, so obviously it's going to look a little better. 4K, 60 frames per second, all that stuff. But the things that have been touched upon on top of that have been the color schemes of each of the characters. That is right. So the color scheme of each of the characters are more aligned and more in tune to their anime counterpart. Like I've mentioned in my first video, that their characters are going to be more so aligned and in tune to the anime counterparts than they are to their manga counterparts. So everyone is getting more than likely a design remake in the sets. It's not necessarily saying that they're going to completely flip the entire design, but as we saw in the previous video with Pucci has a completely different design than what he did in All-Star Battle by itself. Of course, here we have Jolyne, and here we have literally her with golden hair and the back green. And if you play JoJo's Eyes of Heaven, she has the greenish type hair going on there, which are manga colors in regards to that. Same thing goes with Joseph Joestar, who's also getting a makeover with his anime counterpart colors, and of course, Jonathan Joestar. Globku has mentioned it in his video trailer breakdown. Avatar Yaya has mentioned it in his video trailer breakdown. Anybody who's been covering JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has mentioned that these are things that they're flipping and switching to basically make it more anime-like. Now, another thing that they're mentioning here is that this is going all the way to, that is right, all the way to the 8th generation. So they're not cutting back characters. They're not going to go ahead and eliminate characters from season 7 and season 8 or Steel Ball Run or any of those JoJo's that come after Stone Ocean. That is amazing that those characters are going to stay. Obviously, with people being more invested in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you would think, oh, maybe we should dial back these characters, take these characters out, add new characters that we know and love, and then roughly that will go ahead and give us, boom, shakalaka, you know, a different roster, a shake up on the roster, so that way half of the cast or some of the cast characters or the latter cast characters aren't as predictable and so on and so forth. But that's really not what's happening here. They let those characters stay there because they were originally part of that cast. Now, another thing that we got here, of course, this is more like so yeah. Tag team battle is being shown. They're talking in regards. That's another thing that Taguchi mentions up there, saying that this JoJo battle is about to begin, and a pair of dream cross up between generation will be realized. Of course, showing different stars, different members that are fighting together and whatnot. We barely could see anything because of how condensed these Vjump scans are and whatnot, but we could easily translate a lot of the stuff that is happening. Now, of course, here is the proof that these latter characters are still going to be here. Here's Josuke, Higashigata, Part 8. We have also people from Steel Ball Run. There's just pretty much the content that I was mentioning. Now, here's a cool thing I wanted to throw out there. This right here has to be the gallery mode. It's very rough to see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. So this is the L1, R1 buttons, right? This is on the second divot, as you guys see there, right? That second divot means that this is part 2. There's more than 8 divots, obviously, so that means that there might be more to this particular game than just the typical story that we're going to be getting from parts 1 through part 8. So stay tuned for that. Of course, miscellaneous and other side items, side characters and whatnot that can be added. You know, stage layouts and all that could be added here. I don't want to go ahead and guess and say that that's what this is, but this is looking like either one of the two in that regards. For example, the introduction to Zabelli right here being that. This is being the fight, of course, your first fight with Joseph, with young Joseph. You name it, this is probably what's happening there. But I just wanted to point this out as a little tidbit, because if it's not the scenario selection, this is more than likely the image gallery for each section, each part. Of course, Jotaro here looks, again, like I said, more like his anime counterpart than what he did his manga counterpart from the original one. And that's just something to just rejoice in, that they're definitely touching on the game more than what we expected. And that's something that we want. We want that. But again, are we going to get the terrible netcode that everyone is fearing? I don't care about new features. I don't care about how good this game is going to look. I don't care if this is a tag team crossover event with 8 generations of JoJo, if the game is ass in regards to netcode. That's the question that we've been asking Bandai. That's the question that Bandai representative and everyone hasn't gotten back to us. Unfortunately, that's where we get lost. That's where we're at. So again, can we still suffer from bad netcode from this game? Yes. That is still on the table. That's still something that has to be discussed. That's still something that has to be discussed. That's still something that has to continue being pushed on every front, on every channel that's out there. No bad netcode. Bandai Namco, stop being cheap and give us the rollback netcode finally. You need it for Dragon Ball FighterZ. You need it for all your other video games that you're coming out with that are fighting games, or else you're going to fall behind in the competition. That is just that. You're going to fall behind in the competition. Nothing else, nothing less. But that's it. That's where I leave this at. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in, like always, here supporting the channel. I know it's been a little while. I had to get my bearings right. I had to make sure that what I was doing here was correct, and how I approached this situation in regards to my stuff being basically bitten off of is approached to correctly without me starting a complete war on YouTube with people and such. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please make sure you hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think in regards to everything that I mentioned. And I will catch you guys in my next breakdown video. Of course, I have quite a few stuff that I'm still having to roll out for JoJo. And I just can't wait to get that out there as we get closer to the full release date of JoJo AllStar Battle R. Love you guys. Holla at me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.